Welcome to the 2025 Mineral Resources Review here at the Delta Hotel. My name is Jackie Bailey. Today's thought leadership is sponsored by Maritime Resources and powered by Gale Force Winds. Today I have here with me Keith Boyle. Keith is the CEO of New Found Gold. Very excited to have you on here, Keith, and to tell us a bit about yourself. So tell me a little bit about your background and how did you land?
How did all this happen?
How did it all happen? How did you land here with New Found Gold?
Sure. So I'm a mining engineer, 40 years, a few gray hairs. Came out of retirement a second time because this opportunity really was one where I thought, you know what, there's certain things that get me out of bed, and building a mine in a community and seeing it grow and having people really own it and have that pride and all that, that's what gets me out of bed.
It's exciting, isn't it?
That's so exciting. And so when I saw the project up in the Gander area, I thought, wow, this is something to sink my teeth into. So after the change at the board level, the chair got a recruiter, and the recruiter found me. And so I started in January. So we took an exploration company and we brought it through this year with a resource, PEA, preliminary economic assessment. So we now have, this is what Queensway can look like. But we didn't stop there. Then we announced the acquisition of Maritime Resources. And so the vote for that combination is happening tomorrow, Maritime the shareholder meeting. And so with a positive vote, we would expect that to close by mid-month.
Wow.
And so we will have taken the company from exploration at the start of the year when I started to production, because they've shipped first ore and it's going through the mill as we speak. So we'll be a producing company before the year end.
Wow, that's a lot of excitement in one year.
It's a lot of excitement.
And a lot of change.
And I'm going to sound like one of those salesmen on infomercials at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more. Because, when you look at our property package, first we've got the Queensway deposit that I just spoke about. We're looking at starting production in 2027. So that'll add to the Hammerdown production that's starting now. And then that's phase one. And then phase two is the growth of Queensway to where we'll be producing, upwards of 170,000 ounces from Queensway alone. So add Hammerdown, we're targeting above 200,000 ounces a year. And so, that's a significant producer.
Absolutely.
And so for that's what we've got now. We've got a property package that's 110 kilometers long at Queensway. Plus, we now inherit, or we buy the Hammerdown project. So we have lots of exploration targets, and we've got a really great team that knows how to find gold. And so we're all full steam ahead.
You have all of the
we got all the ingredients
together.
We got all the ingredients to really grow the production that we're starting, before the end of the year, and two, then find more gold to even add to that in the future.
And what's really exciting, about New Found Gold, you're right in the community. You're right there,
Yes.
Gander. You have all of the infrastructure already around you. So talk a little bit about that and what that means.
Well, when you develop a mine, you've got a choice. You're always going to look for people to come and do that. When you're a fly-in, fly-out operation, which I've worked a lot at, people come in from everywhere. And the culture of that operation, you sometimes get lucky where, people have seen the Blue Jays and comment of the Blue Jay team that we saw, that's the kind of culture that really is that creates that workplace of excellence. And that's what all companies strive for. When you have a community and you can develop relationships with the people you work, not only at work but outside the community, you have you really have a step up on creating that kind of workplace. So that's the really exciting part. And like I said, that's one of the things that gets me up in the morning.
Wow. You know, and again, I think we all look forward to, you know, seeing all of the future developments of gold in our province.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Well,
I come from the iron ore side of things. I, you know, lived in Lab West for a number of years. You know, been back here now for the last 15 and, you know, still very connected there. But it's just exciting to see all of this development.
Well, I want to add that, you know, I was at the Maritime Operations a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And, you know, that, I'll call it camaraderie, that tightness of team, we saw it there.
Wow.
And so, and because everybody lives in and around there and drive in and they're just so tight.
And they're proud.
And
There's
they're very proud of what they've built.
Exactly.
Of what they've developed. So that's the kind of place to me is, you know, what we'd like to continue building. And then when you walk around this show, you can feel even within the Newfoundland Labrador industry, you can feel that camaraderie that, you know, everybody's
Feel the
pulling.
energy here
Everybody's
today.
pulling for everybody
Yeah.
to really succeed. So that's a
Yeah.
pretty fun place to be.
It is, very much so. What do you expect to get out of this week, Keith, being here at the show?
Well, I guess for me, my job is really to provide whatever the people that report to me need in order to get their job done. I think at a show like this, a lot of it has to do with the relationships, meeting with different either government officials, suppliers, in order to make sure that the road is paved ahead of when, you know, the people that need to get that stuff done. So at least open that dialogue so that, you know, things are just easier to get done.
It is. And, you know, Newfoundland and Labrador is very much based on relationships.
Yes.
And, you know, it's so important. And I don't know if it's the close-knit, if it's the smallness, if it's all the things you talked about, the energy you felt, you know, when you're at Maritime Resources. But I just think, you know, we're just very proud people.
Yep.
And,
well,
you know, very proud to see success and
it really is.
We love that.
It's the Newfoundland culture. It really is.
it is. Well, Keith, we really look forward to, you know, continuing to see Newfound Gold unfold and its journey. And I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you so much for your time
Thank
to
you
tell
very
us
much.
a little bit more about the project. And
Thank you
good
very
luck
much.
with everything.
Yeah, well, I'm super excited, especially, you know, going from exploration to production within a year.
Yeah,
That's quite exciting.
it is very
All right.
exciting. Awesome.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.